Okay. Hi, everyone. Our topic for today that we are going to be discussing is sexuality in the context of a parent and child. So when do you start the sex talk, or basically talking to your kids about their sexuality? Because once they start being teenagers, getting to that age of 15, 16, we all know that it's awkward, but we do need to discuss sexuality. So now that's how we look at when and how do you discuss that with the kids.
Thank you. That sounds like an interesting topic. I have never actually thought about the topic myself. I have two boys. I've got my oldest is 31, Tony, and I've got 26-year-old Vincent. And because I have been a single parent most of my life, I've never really discussed sex with my children. Every time I actually mention the subject, they just shy away. So I've never really ever talked anything. I don't know how you guys have actually managed the topic.
Mina, I'm a mother of four. My two 26 and 20. Honestly, and then my other one is 15. Selapo, he's starting to like discussing funny things. And my go-to area is movie, Who Wants You and stuff. But I'm thinking that's not what I'm supposed to say. You know, like I look at my girl. She's my first girl. I don't know what to say to her. We even have that awkward, I can't say awkward because there is no discussion about boys and what people do. She's got a child. She came back home 17 pregnant. And I didn't know what to say to her. Wow, how you go. I did not know. I have got a 10-year-old who's coming up with a girl again. I don't have an idea. Because when I grew up, I don't remember anybody talking to me about these things. So I figured you figure it out yourself as you go. So honestly, I do not know. I do not know how. I have thought of the topic because it's one that I just see, just kids doing things. Kids, my 26-year-old has been married, divorced, now cohabits. So I do not know what am I supposed to say to these children. I'm also a single parent. I have never got married, so it's tough. Maybe somebody can help.
Yeah, maybe
if not in this panel, maybe when people comment, they can help us.
Exactly. Maybe Setu might be able to tell us. Setu, have you ever discussed sex and sexuality with your mom?
Pardon?
Have you ever discussed sex or sexuality with your mom?
Who never? No. No. My mother?
Yes.
I talk to...
Your mic is not working, all right?
Hey,
Maybe try and get your mic. I can't hear you properly.
Okay. Let me try and fix it. Can you hear me now?
Better, a little bit better, but try and get your mic onto your mouth.
Okay. I was saying I cannot discuss sexuality with my mother. I have never done that. I don't know how to. I wouldn't even know where to start. Because I've realized we have a lot of different opinions when it comes to sex and sexuality generally. From simply watching something on TV together, then she has her opinion and I have mine. Then I realize, we are not on the same page. So I can't discuss with her because she's already has her own opinions and she's so strongly about them. And I wouldn't say she's very open-minded as I am. A lot of things will just say it's wrong, it's taboo, and there's nothing I can do about that. Even if I try to make it understand that no, times have changed, things have changed. This is what is happening now. Yeah, she will tell you when we were growing up, we didn't know these things. And as long as it didn't happen during that time, it simply makes them wrong. So I'm saying, I can't discuss with her. Not my mother, I can't discuss sexuality with my mother. It would be very, very awkward and difficult conversation.
Okay, I'll come because I'm quite fascinated by what you say, but I'll go to Scar first. Scar Bobo, do you ever remember discussing sex or sexuality with Ubaba?
Never. No, not really. But my dad, there was a time when he assumed I knew these things. I don't know where from, but he assumed I knew, but I had no idea. So I think it's essential that at one point you really need to have a discussion with the child. Say something, or obviously as an adult or as a parent, you're smarter than the kid. You can lead them, or maybe initiate the discussion in a clever way that suits you as the parent, because you can't just leave it. Because from experience, like I just said, my dad actually assumed that I knew things that I had no idea about.
That is
Okay,
fine. The fact that we think children should know, and we don't discuss a topic that really there is no knowing it other than other people, or you will hear it from your peers that are more likely going to be lying about their knowledge.
yes, I used to lie a lot myself.
Tando, you have got younger children. Like, have you actually started having this discussion?
Yes, definitely. With Ukola, definitely. I am. Okay, I mean, I feel like my profession, it's made sex a topic that, sex and private parts, I don't call private part, I call vagina, penis, penis. Because of my profession, I can't. When I'm asking, is it painful there? I'm specify painful where exactly. You can't
Is it the balls
try to.
or is it the penis?
Yes. It's not going to help any. So might as well out there and laugh about it. Don't make it seem like, hey, you are talking about secret things now. You're about to talk deep. No, make it casual as it would be with friends. Because when they're together as friends, either anything, they're gonna say it like they say it, whatever they want to say. Now you as a parent, you're gonna be shy, calling this, that, and things like that. And now it's worked for me, because even with my mother, when I started college, our relationship changed, because I speak open. I don't hide. Okay, just because it's my mother, I got used to it in a line of work. Even if ugogo or umkhulu, if you have to say something, you say it. So I feel like not both parents and kids, you must create an open environment. Let it be known, because we can fight, we can have different opinions. But when it comes to sex, he can come back and tell me, hey, so and so was caught doing A, B, and C in the toilet and whatnot, and then we discuss it. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I actually like your approach. But is he as open with you when we are having this discussion? Is he? Because when I tried to have this conversation with Njabulo and Tony, they would just block me completely, block me, and they wouldn't even engage in that conversation. Are your children more open to having that discussion?
Yes, I feel that the earlier you start that conversation, the better. Because if you start at an older age, it's not going to be nice. It's going to be very awkward. What is this? What does she want us to talk about now?
Okay.
No, I don't know, Tando, you are brave. Because, okay, Mina, I remember Uzeli got circumcised when he was 10. I think he was 10. So I remember him coming. He went, he came back. I don't know what they told him there. He was a man. So his thing was not supposed, I will still call it a thing. His thing was like,
let's call a penis a penis.
No, I'm not there yet. Please, guys, leave me alone. I'm still calling it a thing. So after some 3-4 days, because he was supposed to dip it in warm water for 30 minutes, 3-4 times a day and stuff.
30 minutes, did you say?
Yes,
1 minute.
They said 30. No, they said 30 minutes. That's what he told me. 30 minutes in warm water with a lot of salt. So that's what we were doing. So he was doing it on his own. I trusted him. He's 10. He didn't want me there. Tugu, now it's painful. Now he's crying. Now he needs mommy. Now he comes and says, Mommy, oh, it's painful. Please. I go and check. Say bola manje, say pum pum. It's getting septic. Yes, it's infected.
That is gonna be disaster.
So we go back to the clinic. Then the clinic, they tell me now, Mama, you have to do this 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is when he brought me in now to clean him, to do everything. But you could see he was very, very uncomfortable. To me, he was still my baby. He was just 10. But I'm thinking, Ubi, my older one, went and did it by himself. He was
I do remember.
17.
I remember.
He was older. So I don't even know what was happening there. He never wanted me to see anything. So it gets to a point which, yes, we have to talk about it, but I don't know. Uchando says, start early. When is early? When they are 3.
Okay, let's bring in Umgcini. Just one moment. Let's bring in Umgcini because he might not be on camera. I'm not sure whether he can hear us. Can you hear us, Umgcini?
He's on mute.
Unmute yourself and see if you want to join the discussion. Okay, let's go to Seth. I need to wait for Umgcini before we come back. Setu, when you actually think about your experiences and how you will parent Balisa moving forward, what are you thinking? Do you think you will be more comfortable to have the sex talk or not?
I think for me, I think I'll be very comfortable talking to Balisa. Okay, if things don't change and you feel my little girl and you are close and you feel my baby, maybe it might be easier. I think with me and my mother, what made it difficult is I was never at home. In our boarding school children. So all of the boarding school, so most of the knowledge we get wasn't even from my mother. It was either from friends or teachers at school. I was at home for a month, 3 months at school. 1 month at home, 3 months at school. Even in varsity, for 1 month at home, 3 to 4 months at school. So that on its own made it difficult for us to have that relationship. I was so close to a point where we could start testing sexuality. So for me, my exposure was because of the fact that I had friends who liked talking about stuff. Luckily, I was an experimental person, but then it helped learning from other people's experiences and their mistakes. It helped me a lot. I don't think all of us are that fortunate. So I think it's best to discuss that with your child at a very early stage to avoid a lot of mistakes and to avoid a lot of frustration they're in. Because you do really nice for your child to be telling you, why didn't you tell me this? You know, if you had told me maybe I would have made better decisions. I think if you give them the full knowledge, then they make decisions of their own and they make the mistakes of their own. Then you take it from there. But if you keep the information from them completely, it's killing them. Some of us, not all of us are as lucky as some of us was that we're able to get information from school and teachers and boarding school. Now, let's think if I was a day school child and the same environment applies to me where no one is telling me anything. I think I would have got pregnant with 14. I was like 14, 15 easy. But I was like, yeah,
Also,
what did you say, sir?
So let me tell you why. The reason why I'm saying that is my exposure to the opposite sex started at a very young age. But
Really?
I made the decision to wait. Personally, no one told me to wait. I started to wait. I'm like, this one I'm not ready for. No, it's not for me. Not good. But we're not all the same. Yeah. Others will be like, okay, I want to try this. They seem to be enjoying it. Let me try it as well. For me, I was like, okay, let's wait, get her. Then I'll decide after she has made a mistake. I didn't want to make a mistake myself. I prefer seeing another person instead of seeing the mistake with me. But it's difficult now. So I feel like if it's problem in any stage, it becomes better. Even if decision making make it easier. No matter how difficult the conversation is and space, you have to have it. Even if it means looking for props, use it. But make sure the information gets across.
True. Let's say what Mgcini. Can you hear us, Mgcini? Can you speak?
Network is bad, but I can.
Oh yeah,
Can you hear me
good.
properly?
Tell us, do you know you've heard about the topic? We are talking about sex and sexuality, and whether you ever have had a sex discussion or sexuality discussion with either ubaba or your mom. Have you ever had that?
All right, manini ngichiphe ini ngibuze.
Okay.
You think when if mama had come to you and said something.
Discussion yes, sex with Wawa, yeah. I think I do.
Reception. You have to sort out reception.
My mom would never.
I'll tell her WhatsApp bank though.
Okay. Kuluma, while we can hear, what did you say? Go on.
I'll still say good evening. Me and my mom, we don't discuss things just that deep. We don't discuss because it's very worldly. But Lobaba, we've had the discussion here. Sex. I remember this one time when Umo had the former vice president when he was caught with the mascara. When he was caught the mascara, so we're having this conversation. But the prime is not fun. We tried to carry the hi, how could you discuss this in corner? Just in case when you grow up, you don't make such mistakes. You wanna what. Yeah, so I think me and Baba, I think every time too. We discuss. It doesn't say we discuss. I remember this one
We
time.
discuss it.
Oh yeah, Obama talks about those things.
I know when we were younger, he used to say something about or something to that effect.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
but guys, let's hear what we say. There is a difference between discussing banana when office night and actually telling you what you should be like as a man, what you are supposed to do and stuff. There is two different things. Now we can discuss yes, so which is bad, and don't do it as when you grow up. But to exactly telling you okay, manje nxa ukhulile ungayadlala labantwana babantu ngendlela enje so kuzophuma into enje so.
On that one, this time Chili's doesn't weird upon Baba was why Kuma he had a discussion that Chili's actually he was talking to me and said, I know that we were discussing the buffers were hanging journey talking about I can't hear you Sky enough. Not you can say Andy. I can say Andy. Yeah, to say so that's discussing. He was saying it's like why Kuma Guti like Utalaza how does Talaza keep abafazi abangu-2 how do you keep abafazi abaningi sidiscussa silawo chili and then abafazi
so akusitshele uyisubaba on board ukuthi udala silabafazi abayi-2 or what we are interested because mfuna utshela nabuntu
no, he was just saying.
Yeah, usually.
Be quiet. Okay, Kuluma, singer wasting because it's recording. Let's talk.
Oh, so we're having this discussion about Kuluma. When the chili is like with him, he's what is them? We have years old over and oh. So Skuma was then learning for WhatsApp. So Baba was discussing. Then I was saying what Baba was saying. It's very Skuma would how do you keep women? Whoever we was saying very you can only keep a woman. But sexually, he beast. Yeah, well.
Okay, that's interesting. Skapopo, if you can't hear, maybe go and come back because you. Yeah.
I said that.
Okay. Okay. Like if we were.
I will say that data.
Go out, leave the meeting, and come back again.
Okay. I think Uskapopo is sort of taking us away from the discussion. What we are sort of talking about. If, for instance, like some of us are single parents, right? So if we are single parents, why is it that when we engage in conversation with male children, why is it so awkward to have that discussion? Is it just because the private parts are different?
I mean, Tony, I'm not saying I'm having difficulty with male children. Like I said, I have a problem with my own daughter. I don't know where to start. Who said to say it? I had a conversation with mama about it. It's not like, I think we all.
My first conversation was with you. Funny enough, you know that. You remember that? My first conversation was with you. I'm surprised because the first time I asked about sex, I was talking to you, I'd say.
You remember?
Did I say something, guys?
Oh,
no, but then, okay, so
let the girl talk. That is why you are making it awkward. If you are a single father, you should be able to talk to your children about sex and sexuality, because you are not always advantaged to have both parents, but you still have the responsibility. So if Usette wanted to discuss men with you, she should be comfortable to think that you will give her the best rounded about, because you are the best person to talk to Usette about men, because you are a man.
Of course.
So
of course,
that was actually saying, even if she was having a problem with her boyfriend and she wanted, she should be able to talk to you because you are a man.
Of course.
I think this thing whereby what did you say, Setu? No, that is where I think what we are trying to.
No, that's the assumption, but we like, that's why I mean what I was saying. Partly was just to make light of the situation so we can discuss about anything. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Okay, the other thing that we should I want to ask as parents, this is more to parents. Your girl or your boy comes and says, I am gay. How are you supposed to handle that?
Yeah, coach, I mean, there's a part of me, coach. Coach, listen
to me. This, you have no children yet, right? And this could actually live for longer than we live when you are an adult. And if one of your children saw this, we have to have irresponsibility for whatever we say. And you've got nieces and nephews, and you don't know their sexuality. It is important for all of us to be on board and speak honestly. That sort of creates this thing whereby children will be scared. Because you don't like, you've got nieces and nephews.
No, but that's his opinion.
But sorry, that's what he will do. And that's the honest truth. My parents, they say that. Yeah. Yes. Some parents will just say, not in my house. I'm gonna gay, you are out. And if you talk to these gay people, they will tell you, Mina, I was sent out into the street when I was 18. When I came out to my parents, it happens.
Mina, I'll tell you why I'm passionate about this. Some of you might not know, but we had a cousin called Trinani, one of our cousins, and he was gay, openly gay. And the way we treated that cousin of ours, I'm still embarrassed. Even Konamanje, it haunts me because Trinani died and he was proper buried. That's why it is so personal and passionate for me. You know, Trinani was proper buried.
No, but I don't think he was proper buried because he was disowned. Was it because he was disowned or because he lived a life that was secret, that we didn't know of? He died and we never knew.
The reason he lived that secret is we all sort of really we were distancing ourselves from his sexuality.
So I don't think we were distancing ourselves. I don't think we knew how. Because we're talking more than 20 years ago, maybe when he was there. But 20 years ago, 90 something.
More than 20 years, because I've been here 21 years. More than 20 years.
Yes. No, it's like that's Udala time. Remember, we had that cousin of ours. I don't think we knew what was happening. Ujabu.
Oh, yes. Do you remember Ujabu?
Ujabu, there was something about him, but I don't think we knew what was happening then. I don't think he knew either.
But Ujabu was no. Trust her.
Yeah,
Trust each other.
Mina, to be quite honest, I believe in our family and even in our immediate family now, there is a lot of gay people that we sort of speak like this and we sort of make them nervous about coming out. There has been some of my nieces and nephews that have said something to me that has made me think, and I have said, if you are gay, that makes no difference to me. I love you the same. I have said, like that's, what difference does it make to me?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to ask. My 14-year-old comes to me and tells me, "Mommy, I am a gay child." I don't know what I would say. Maybe I'll just be okay. Oh no, you are okay, Nada. No, it's your life. But is it really, really coming from inside? Because I expect him to get married and have children.
The problem
And
is
lapho bottom.
That I don't understand. Top look bottom. I don't know what you going to look. I don't understand.
We have a men's something. We have a men's something.
Your business. Why do you care? What are you going to say? Exactly.
I think it's okay.
It's his sexuality. It's his sexuality.
Yes,
not
but
yours. Someone, when you gave birth to a boy, that's the gender. Thomas, when you give birth.
Satu, jump in, please. They throw in some common sense here. My friend.
Okay.
Asimamela nini because manje says ukuthi kuthiwani.
I'm quite sure whatever. Wait, what you said?
Sexuality. Actually, sexual orientation, so it's called, yes. Sexual orientation. Kakhulu, because the dynamics are there's so many ways. Sexual orientation has become, it's become so diverse. And the color we LGBT. Now it's LGBTQIT something.
Which one?
QI.
LGBTQI.
Lesbian, gay,
this is by gay.
QA.
Down.
Then you go intersex. Now there's something called pansexual as well. So that on its own, I think about that, even though to discuss it with them right now, it is confusing to case. It's already confusing for now. For them, it's simply gay.
But why does it matter what I do in the bedroom? Because I'm not doing it outside.
Yes, it's my business.
The problem is very difficult for Abadala to actually understand and accept it. Because when they see it, and the moment they think gay, they're like, hey, Ufana from his behind. Oh my God. We pick the camera and just fix them out. But I think knowledge, it's not very common. LGBTQI, sexual orientation. I would have taken it upon myself to try and do some research and research about it and even watch some of my seminars. And I have a few lesbian, gay friends that I had to ask questions.
Because now we're
I
not
want to understand.
points.
That's why I think for me to be easier to
speculate, blah blah blah.
Wait, Scout, you're going to say
okay.
Because now, for me, I think even if my child was to come to me and tell me there's some kind of sexual, because I know it's not going to be simply gay or lesbian. They'll tell you I'm pansexual, they'll tell you I'm bisexual. For me, I think it would be easier for me to understand because I've done extensive research into it and tried to understand which actually happens and where does it all come from. Because I believe if you try to understand what but if you try to understand it better, this is the life they've chosen or this is the life they say they have to live. You have to accept them for who they are. Love them first before you
accept them.
Love them as a person first before you look at their sexual orientation or what they do behind closed doors sexually. That's your child, first of all. What they do when they connect with an opposite sex or with the same sex, I think it's irrelevant at that point. Love them first. Because if what they do behind closed doors are as who they are, it makes it difficult for you to understand who they are. You see. And I believe I know it's going to be hard to understand, but times have changed. Coming out cool. I want to understand who they are and what they do. And the sooner we accept that things have changed, I think it makes it easier to accept some of these sexual orientations.
Thank you. Jenny, are you still on? No, yes, busy frozen. Busy, get out. Tando, do you have any more to add?
Yes. On that part, I feel like the problem with abadala, they want to include themselves in aspects of your life that it does not concern them.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, you might have given birth to a person with male genitalia or female genitalia. What they feel them or who they feel it for, it's up to them. It's none of your concern. You expect them to have kids because it's a boy. You expect a wife and kids. You lived your life. You did whatever you did with whoever you wanted to do it. You can't now decide on the other person now. Okay, if you as a boy, I expect this from you. I'm saying I'm abazali as parents, let's decrease the expectations. Don't expect from other people. Zenzele wena uziphilile yakho impilo wayenza amaphutha wakho, and you decided to sleep with boys if you're sleeping with boys and girls if you're sleeping with girls. No one made a decision for you. Let them do the same. Let them decide on their own. In this day and age, it's possible to sleep with one or sleep with all of them. If that's what they want, you can't stand in the way.
But guys, what you are saying about this sexuality thing, let them be. Why then do we encourage our children to go to school? Why don't you just say, do whatever you want to do, my baby, even if you finish next, it's your choice. Do whatever works for you. Because give me with anything and it's none of mine. Why again? Why do I say get an education?
Sexuality and schooling are two different. Those are two different aspects.
It's my child. Listen, it's my child. All right. Umntwana ozozula. Angabi le straight empilo ayenza. Well, that's what you want to do to your life. It's fine.
Ngiyakuzwa Tracy, but ukuthi uthanda bani ungamkhetha ukuthi uthande bani ungathandi bani kuze ungaleyo ndlela to that point ngoba phela usho ukuthi ungenelela
nasetrace kuwethando ungathandani nomfana lo uzokudlala ngenhliziyo yakho othandana lo right.
Do you do that?
I would love to, even ngaphiwa chance ngingafuna ukukhuluma like ngingakwazi ukukhuluma ngesexuality yabantu ngesaba. But at the same time, I would love to say this boy is not. I would come to you, Chando, and tell you this boy is not good for you.
I don't know. Because, Mina, I think what happens between two people in the bedroom should really, that is why it's private. That's why this thing is never done in public. It's private. Why? Because there are things that affect all of us. Like, it affects all of us. Who they go into the bedroom with, it's really none of anybody's business.
I agree with you there, 100%.
Because, Yabana, the thing is, usually, sometimes I even think about coming out. You know, people talk about coming out about their sexuality. And I think, why do I need to know? Except if maybe you are compromised. Why do I need to know who you are sleeping with, really?
Exactly.
Are you saying it's fine if they stay and not tell you and hide this and do it behind your back?
It's not hiding. That's the thing. It's not hiding. If somebody, because I think we are sort of making it as if it's something that has to be explained. No child comes to me and says, oh, Mina, I like men. Or I like boys. You know, why is it so important if you like the same sex for you to actually explain that?
No, but nxa ngithanda abafana ngiyintombazana like the conventional way esakhuliswa ngayo siyazi. There is expectations uzotshada or uzozala or something like that. So if ungakwenzi khona lokho, you're sleeping with other boys or you're sleeping with other girls, uyintombazana. So I'm not supposed to know.
But Tracy, if we were to sort of unpick it, why do we need to know? Because right now, when I come to Lala Loban or Mutin Lala Loban, you don't know and you don't care, right?
Okay.
Do you?
If you were my child, I think I would care.
If they are 18, they are no longer a child. If they're 18, that person is an adult. They can make their own decision regarding their own vagina. It does not concern you.
What do you think, Setu?
Okay, I think you can't decide for them, but you can guide them. When you give them the knowledge, then they decide what to do with it. When what you can tell them is how to keep it clean, the dangers of having unprotected sex, or how it can affect them.
But that doesn't Setu.
But now if I choose to go put a piercing on my vagina, that's my choice.
Yes, but whether we need to or in Nigumfana, Agucho Agungeni Daugimani.
And what is now happening behind closed doors and what I enjoy and what I don't enjoy has nothing to do with you. Now what stands whatever, everything I guess that's a volume has nothing to do with those alarms. It's me and my partner. And he definitely have not saying that why. When I could just start me with I don't guys and I may look at the age and in exactly. Keep yourself safe. This day, be careful. When you pay it up after that guy, your job is done. I think as an adult, when you now have all those and all that knowledge, now it's up to you which ones are in. When I choose to ignore it, that's your own funeral. But when I choose when you do what's right for you. And I think that's my 2 cents on that one.
If let him jump in. Just wait, Tando. Did you want to sort of contribute? I know your internet is in and out. Do you want to contribute anything? We are talking about whether there is any need for if somebody is gay or not gay to come out.
Sorry, Anzwang.
Gay, if one of your children ended up being gay, do you think there is value for them to tell you or not?
I'm full kumamba guy. Akula room give me yomto gay. I would na. Very umntana akhe angazibula azithwele vele angeke angidla vele angeke ntshintshe lapha bed lapha bed
That's very worrying, you know. Why are you so against it? I'm quite curious.
Me too.
Ikuzenzisa. I think umuntu ogay uyazenzisa.
Yeah, but ukuhlupha ngani wena?
Hayi mina wana raise warriors ngeke ngibe nomntana ngumfana ebekhomza abafana vele hayi.
So Mgcini, since wena khona manje ungakabi la mntwana ngabe ngoba lo mntwana ogay uzoyenzani?
Angeke vele lo mntwana ogay ngoba ayikho iroom yakhona kimi yomuntu ogay.
Why are you so close-minded, Babangani? Why are you so close-minded? Why are you so close-minded? Because basically there's no room for anything else. When you end it, no. But that's why I raise even the possibility. Which means you can't handle
it. Listen, I wouldn't keep an open mind when it comes to that I'm gay. Why would I keep an open mind? No, I'm at least to give my chance that I'm gay. But I would a chance in Jalo. I would have got umntana ami life leyo imphiwa yibe
Oh.
It's like what if you are in.
I think you're muted. Are you muted?
All right, in three, again, Buze mean. You discover what you mean. How are you going to treat me?
Not.
Eh?
Right when you give me eye.
You discover how are you going to treat me?
No, if you are quite a bit scary. I am genuinely worried.
Or you discover one of my children is gay.
Yes. What would you do? Say, for instance, you discover that one of your nieces or nephews are gay. What would you do? Network,
to be honest, listen.
Network,
if you notice his way.
Exactly.
Honestly, I do not know. I do not want to lie. I wouldn't say is accept or not accept. Maybe yes, it's none of my business. I probably will step back and say, it's your life. I watch what is Bunza. So I don't know really.
Where's the example there? My brother who's like 2 years older than me, my only brother, he has a daughter who's like what? I think now she's 11, 12 around there. And we don't see much of this child. Last time she was home, my mother called me and laughed at the way you put fooling us because I can see that this child is lesbian. She's 10, 12 years, but I can see this child is not straight. So sometimes these people that have these views,
that's true.
No, but I want the bad thing is mistreat that child.
Because
njengathi uNkulunkulu ngeke uthi ngenxa kuthiwa wena ugay sizathi awuwahlekisi lima
yabona reception ibenza kahle ithi halo yawomana mana ngimcile
Endayuzwa.
Exactly, reception ithi hayi manini kancane lo uyawomana please akele imbeke. I don't know. I think sometimes this view, it is carried and it's not challenged. And sometimes I worry because I think in Kaya, people don't actually think that possibility can exist in Kaya. I've had these discussions. I don't think people believe within Kaya this thing can happen. It's not even real. Because even Uskapopo was actually saying Nyamzwela, what does it mean, Nyamzwela?
Where do you get that? It's painful. You're not gay. Most you've never been gay. What makes you think?
Because the way I could because this thing, it is quite worrying.
Happy. The gay is living a full life, something you're pretty much missing out on when we heterosexual. And you're over there, it's really bad for them, and they're living their life to the fullest. So to happy over.
Exactly.
Life, according to your opinion, miserable.
Yeah, but
exactly. Tanya Mzwela. Mtsini, are you still there or not?
Never mind.
Yeah, I think uNkulunkulu uzomenza njalo. Uzompea back. Uzolantwana abagay. Tracy, you're muted again. Tracy, you're muted.
uyabona abadala the way abayibona khona indaba yokuba gay and lesbian it's very shocking. Like I remember talking to my mother, telling her about a cousin or a friend of mine who is married to a guy, but seeing a girl under carpet. Basically, she's married but has a girlfriend on the side. So she's asking Uti, how kanjani? She's bisexual. Athi hayi ngeke imagine ngesekabanjiwe emzini mina ngiwumamazali ngiwumama ngibizwa kuthiwa angizokhuluma icala laleyo nto athi ngamani ngikhuluma icala lokuthi ufebile nenye indoda kunoma ngiyokhuluma icala lokuthi ufebile nenye intombazane uyisitabane athi angeke nje ngize ngiyikhulume nokuyikhuluma leyo ungazi ukuthi
Mina, to be quite honest, I think as a woman, I don't think it's not far off to go the other.
Yeah, definitely, because mostly
I don't think it's that far off, because I think, you know, especially if you have got a very close friendships, if you have really very fresh woman friendships, I think it's not that completely far. I think amadoda, they are more rigid. And sometimes I wonder what they are worried about. But abafazi, now what didn't say.
No, I think because abafazi, if you are with another woman, you use toys that do the same thing that boy things do. But amadoda, again, I'm glad this train of thought yami ususikhuluma ngayo. Amadoda lapho into zongena khona akujwayelekanga guys.
Uzwile ukuthi utransfer Mtini?
Hey, Anzwa.
Try to repeat that. We will need to comment on this.
Ngithe it's gay. Honestly, I do not want to call anybody stubborn. They say it's not right. The gays, the gay women.
That's our vernacular word for it. That's our vernacular word for it.
Yeah, yeah, that's just a vernacular word.
I don't know. I do not want to say it. All right,
yes.
But do you understand what I'm doing? Because like you saying, maybe it's not awful. You can easily jump the fence. So like this week there's a program where I Tando 157 it's coming out.
Which one?
Who coming out?
Yes, I've seen it.
There is this man who is 50. He was 51, if not 53, coming out at 53. He says, yeah, now I'm telling you, he's gay. But what there is nothing like that. You are my husband. But this woman is dead now. But he was undercover gay for all his life. But now he wants everybody to know that he's gay. So he was emotional. He lived a life and I saw straight. You know, the way I for using one left hand, I know it wasn't right, but I didn't understand why he was left-handed. And I really was really worried. Left-handed. It didn't sit with me. For a very long time, I'm tired, which I said is not right, but he's 26 now, he's still left-handed. I couldn't change him. So now he was being beaten up for being gay at a very young age. Babembo is not straight. But he says it was really a painful life. I don't know if I would hit my child. I don't know if I would disown my child. But it's something that's scary all the same.
I think most probably it's also about where we sit in the world. I don't think when you live here, where I live, that's not a big deal. No one is going to frown upon anything or anything whatsoever. You just live your life. It's live and let live. Mtini, are you on or not? Setu? Have you got to about this topic?
I think some of these things, you know, if you're against it, just you're against it. But when we're against it, I don't think it's really important because once you're against it, then it's child feels like you're disappointing your parents. You have not lived up to their parents' expectation, and that hurts. It's not nice. It affects you as a person. Even a life in for you to just live a full life. Almost every decision feels is super hesitant because of how much I in from the get-go. Even getting into a relationship and because you're always afraid to meet someone is going to be against it. But if you're given a platform to live freely and you to your fullest, I think you even enjoy that relationship. And even especially in a girl child, that sexual freedom, you feel it to the fullest. I don't think any man will take advantage of you because of the sexual confidence. Because the lack of confidence, why you can't even talk about it. It becomes easy for a man who knows better when I think you know less, take advantage of you and maneuver around your your young age and the naive work. But if you already know what you need to know, it prepares you up, it prepares you in life. So I think it's best to share the information and be open about it. It's life, it happens. And the sooner I see that it happens, I think that's what I have to say.
Thank you. Tando, do you have any last words to contribute to the subject? You can start from talking about children, just close on talking about children's sexuality, and then just go from there.
Yes, I think it's very important as parents to speak to the kids regarding sex and sexuality and be in an open space, be open-minded to accept whatever it is that they'll be bringing, because it's really not your choice. It's really not your decision to make. And I feel that looking at my own experience growing up, I feel like if my parents or my own mother would have taken the time to talk to me about sex and sexuality instead of saying, hey, don't get close to boys, you're gonna get pregnant. Obviously, that's a lie. Until the day you are caught up in a matter where this actually gets you pregnant and you don't even know this is the actual deed that gets you pregnant, because you are scared off by everything. So what I'm saying is, speak it freely and speak it openly. Then maybe we can prevent some of the issues that we have, like those 51-year-olds coming out at 51 after marrying a woman and having kids with her. Now you're explaining to old kids, adults themselves, Mina, I'm not straight, which is kind of not nice at that point, which it could have been prevented if at an earlier age that man was allowed to be who he is. I'm done there.
Thank you. Tracy?
I will still say it's difficult. It's horrifying. Maybe for me, because maybe some people did it the right, I will say the right way. They got married, they stayed in a relationship, they maybe they are happy, they are not happy, I don't know. But who is supposed to start this conversation? Am I supposed to start this conversation with my children? Am I supposed to invite them? I do not know. I heard we talk about the birds and the bees. So I don't know, but well, it's okay. It's life. It happens. We do not choose who we are, because some of the gay people do not choose to be gay. I don't think you choose to be gay. Like they were saying, which is a choice. It's never a choice. It's how you feel. How you feel, it's okay to date one guy and marry one guy. It's what you want. It's okay to sample a lot of guys before you choose on one. It's okay to stay unmarried because you do not want to get married. You do not want to be tied down to one person. So I think it's okay to tell our children all those choices, but I still do not know how to approach the situation. I know what I'm supposed to do, but I do not know how to approach the situation. I still have 2 more children to deal with. I hope I'll be able to do better.
Thank you. Personally, when I think about this, I wish I was better with my children. I think sometimes when you've got boys, I think the conversations, sometimes you feel that they are unnecessary. Because when you are not worried about somebody turning up pregnant, but I do believe sometimes it would have been easier for the children to go into the world equipped equipped to just whatever situations they sort of meet to actually go out there ready. But I did try with my children to actually engage in these conversations, but well, they didn't want to engage. And I trusted Dalaza to actually hold this conversation. The boys are not that bad, so I'm trusting that he must have did a good job. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending. And Balesa, next time we will put you in camera so that you can have your own time to contribute. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.